Good morning. This is Mrs. Probst. Please pause for a moment of silent reflection. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go Spartans!
Good morning, Spartans. Today is Thursday, September 3rd. Welcome to today's edition of SNN. A couple of quick reminders today before we introduce today's guest. Reminder for Zoom, please make sure, students, that your cameras are on and not pointed at your ceiling, but pointed at you. We'd love to see your beautiful faces. But again, it also helps our teachers to make sure we're able to answer questions and see where you're at so that we're here to support you. All right, moving on to today's Spartan Spotlight. Today we have Mrs. Carivo. So Mrs. Carivo, can you tell us about your educational journey?
I can. So I grew up in a very small town in Minnesota. When I was growing up from kindergarten to 8th grade, there was only 13 kids in my whole class. When I went to high school, my entire grade only had 83 kids in it. So very different from what you guys are experiencing right now. But I wanted to get out of there. I went to a really big university. I went to Purdue University, and I loved math my whole life. So I was a math major at Purdue University. That means I've taken every math class known to man, and I loved all of them, almost all of them. But then I became a sales and marketing consultant after college. I went and worked downtown in the Prudential Plaza, which is that big pointy building right on the lake. It was okay. I did big companies' math homework for a living. But I didn't really like the business vibe, and I knew that I always wanted to teach, so I started working part-time. I went to school at night. I got my teaching degree, and I have been here at Frost ever since, and I love it.
Awesome. Thank you for being the Excel queen. All right. What is your specific role at Frost?
So I teach math. I teach the 930 accelerated algebra class, and I also teach geometry. But I'm also the math department chair, so I answer a lot of questions for all the math teachers. I bounce into all math classes and help every student at every level. You could call me the math queen.
All right, math queen. What's an interesting or fun fact that you'd like to share with our Spartans today?
Yes, this one's tricky. But I think that one of the most interesting facts about me is I used to own 60 cats, 60 cats. So when I was growing up, I lived on a farm. They were all outdoor barn cats, but they were surrounded by farms, and we were the only ones that I think put food out. So we let them live in our barn, and at one point, I think just all the surrounding cats came to us.
Did you name all 60 cats?
No, because we couldn't, pet all of them. But there are at least 15 that had names, and they were real creative names like Colors and Orangey.
Not like Tangent.
No,
okay.
No, not yet.
All right. What words of advice do you have for our Spartans?
So the best advice I can give you guys is right now, start finding out something that you're passionate about. Is it a subject in school that you love? Is it a sport? Is it a club? Is it something other than video games? Or maybe it's video games, I don't know. But find something you're passionate about and start doing more with it, right? So if it's a subject, start doing a little extra. Do a little bit outside of school that involves that passion, and start just, figuring out what it is that you love and do more with it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Carivo, for being with us today. Spartans, have a fabulous Thursday, and we will see you tomorrow. Way to be Frost strong.